Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Hope you are doing well both physically and mentally in this whole pandemic situation. We have to be very positive minded in this pandemic situation, and as we are all students, so we have to study also. And Gate 21 is uh, is coming soon. We have only 6 months left. No, not 6 months. We have only 5 months or like something, and um, form fill up will be started from 14 September. So we have to study well. I know in this situation, for me in this situation, as the our lifestyle is changes a lot. For that, for me it is very difficult to concentrate in my study, but I am trying, and that's why I am making this educational video, because by this process, it is also help me for study, and I think it is also help you also. So for this, I'm making these educational videos, and this video is related to uh, is very important topic for Gate 21, and the topic is from physical chemistry. And the topic is the evaluation of the value of principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, and magnetic quantum number, which are denoted by n, l, and m respectively. To evaluate these values from the given wave function, there is this type of question in the Gate. There is this type of question, that is a wave function is given, and you have to evaluate the value of n, l, and m. So there is a trick to evaluate this value. In this video I will tell you the trick. Hope by seeing this video you can solve out this kind of problem. Please see the whole video, please go through the whole video. And if you like my videos, if you like my contents, if you like my channel, then please subscribe my channel, please like it. And because your one like and one subscription motivate me a lot, and as I am a beginner, I am a newcomer, so there are lots of mistakes in my videos, I know that, and I want to improve it also. And I know your support will help me to improve my skill. So please go through the whole video. After that, I think you will be able to solve out the problem related to evaluation of principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, and magnetic quantum number from a wave function given, hydrogen like atomic wave function is given. From that you can easily evaluate the value of n, l, and m. Please go through the whole video. Now, any wave function is composed of two parts. One is radial part and another is angular part. Now, this is a function. R is a function. R is an wave function, which is the function of r, small r, theta, and phi. Here, small r denotes the radial part, and theta and phi denotes the angular part. So, this whole wave function depends on the both radial part and the angular part. This is the complete wave function of an hydrogen like atom. Now this r of r, theta, phi can be denoted as the psi n, l, m, where n is equal to principal quantum number, l is equal to the azimuthal quantum number, and m is the magnetic quantum number. Uh, our motive is to know the trick. How can we know from a wave function the value of n, l, and m? That's why I am telling from the first, that is the a wave function is composed of two part. One is radial part and another is angular part. no, now this is the if this is a wave function complex, it depends on the radial part as well as angular part, and we can divide a wave function by two parts, that is individually, that is r of r, this is a radial part, r of r, this is a radial part, and function of theta and phi, this is the angular part. We can divide a complete wave function by two individual part, one is radial part and another is angular part. Now here r of r is the radial part, r of r is the radial part, which depends on the n and l, that is the radial part of an wave function is depends on the principal quantum number n and the azimuthal quantum number l. The radial part of a wave function depends on the principal quantum number l and the azimuthal quantum number l. And the angular part is the function of theta and phi. This angular part depends on the magnetic quantum number n and the azimuthal quantum number l. This is the angular part, and this depends on the magnetic quantum number m and the azimuthal quantum number l. These are the basic of an wave function. That is, a wave function is composed of two parts, one is radial part and another is angular part, and one can divide individually a wave function by the radial part and the angular part, and the radial part depends on the n and l value, and the angular part is depends on the m and l value. Now this radial function of an hydrogen like atom is depends, or it proportional, radial function of an hydrogen like atom is proportional to the r to the power l e to the power minus z r by n a0. This radial function is proportional to the r to the power l into e to the power minus z r by n a0. Now in a wave function, in a given wave function, from the power of the exponential, one can evaluate what is the value of principal quantum number n. So from the wave function given and from the power of exponential, one can evaluate what is the value of principal quantum number n. What is the value of principal quantum number n? This is the evaluation of the principal quantum number from the radial part, and you can easily evaluate the value of l, that is the value of azimuthal quantum number, by the power of the r, okay. Hence from the radial function you can evaluate both l and n value by comparing the power of r and the power of exponential. As the radial function is depends on n and l, not m. From radial part you can't evaluate the value of m, but from the radial part you can evaluate the value of l and the value of n. And from the angular function, sorry for interruption, and for angular function, this is the angular function. Is depends on the value of magnetic quantum number m and the azimuthal quantum number l, and this angular function is proportional to the sin theta to the power m, that is the sin to the power m theta, cos theta to the power L minus mod of m and e to the power I m phi, e to the power I m phi. Okay, in this exponential value it is real function. In this exponential value there is imaginary number I. Now from angular part you can evaluate what is the value of m and what is the value of L by comparing the power of the sin theta and from the power of the cos theta. Again L can be evaluated from this also and L can be evaluated from this also. So from the power of m sin theta will be the value of m, this is directly proportional, and the power of cos theta will be proportional to the will be equal to the L minus mod of m. If m value is the minus 2, then here we have to take the L value as plus 2, because here we are taking the mod of m. The mod of m, here m is taken as the mod of m. Hence from the angular part of an wave function given, you can easily evaluate what is the value of m and what is the value of L. Now by giving an example you can understand this all. And there is a there is a notation, that is rho. Sometimes the wave function is denoted by rho, where rho is equal to zr by a0, where rho is equal to zr by a0. Sometimes in spite of writing zr by a0, it is written as rho. Now suppose there is a wave function given which is psi is equal to 1 by root over of pi z minus z by a0 to the power 3 by 2 e to the power minus zr by a0. Now we know that the question is what is the value of n, L and m. What is the value of n, L and m? Now easily you can calculate the value of m by comparing the power of the sin theta. Now here sin theta term is absent. Now in this wave equation, in this wave function equation, the sin theta term is absent. Hence here as sin theta term is absent, that means here the power of sin theta, power of sin theta is equal to 0. Hence power of sin theta is equal to 0 means m is equal to 0. Power of sin theta is equal to 0, it means m is equal to 0 here, and there is no r term involved here. In this part there is no r term. The power of r or power of cos theta, here is no cos theta, so cos theta, power of cos theta is equal to L minus mod of m, hence there is no cos theta term. And another way to evaluate the azimuthal quantum number, L is the power of r. Now here r term is absent, hence the power of r is also 0, hence L is equal to 0 here. L is equal to 0 here. Now there is an e to the power term. There is a e to the power term, that is e to the power term is equal to zr by a0. Now from this general equation, e to the power term is equal to zr by n a0. By calculating this you can get n is equal to 1. By calculating this you can get n is equal to 1. Okay, hence from this wave function equation you can easily calculate what is the value of m, what is the value of L and what is the value of n, and which is equal to the value of n is equal to 1, the value of L is equal to 0 and the value of m is equal to 0. Hence this wave function is the psi 100 wave function. This wave function is psi 100 wave function. So answer is n is equal to 1, L is equal to 0 and m is equal to 0. This is the answer. Now by taking another example I can clarify you. I don't have proper equipment to do this video, to capturing this video. That's why there is lots of problem involved here. Okay, now there there is the psi is equal to this is a this is a z by a0 to the power 3 by 2 z square r square r square by a0 square into e to the power minus zr by 3 a0 3 cos square theta minus 1, 3 cos square theta minus 1. Now don't bother about a is a numerical number, any number, a can be a constant. Now for this wave function we have to evaluate what is the value of n, what is the value of n, what is the value of m, and what is the value of l. For this wave function we have to calculate this. Now here just by comparison method you can calculate the value of n, l, m. Now by comparison method you can calculate the value of n, l, and m. Now just see at first for n value what is the power of the exponential, what is the power of the exponential, that is zr by 3a0, zr by 3a0 is equal to zr by n a0. Hence by comparing this or by solving this equation you can get n is equal to 3 very easily. Now what is the value of m? Here also the sin theta term is absent, hence the value of m like this problem, hence here also the m value will be 0 as sin theta to the power 0 is equal to sin theta to the power m, hence m is equal to 0 here, m is equal to 0 here. Now another we have to calculate what is the value of l. Now from this term also, from this r power of r you can calculate what is the value of what is the value of l, and from here also you can calculate what is the value of l. Now just see the power of r, here power of r is equal to 2, that is r to the power l is equal to r square, that means l is equal to 2, and the power of cos theta, the power of cos theta is equal to l minus mod of m is equal to 2 here. Power of cos theta is equal to l minus mod m. Here m is equal to 0, that means l is equal to 2. So just by calculating you can evaluate what is the value of m, what is the value of l, and what is the value of l of an wave function given. Thank you for watching. In my next video I will tell you how to calculate the radial node and the angular node, and again I am saying, if you like my video please like it, share it, and subscribe my channel. Thank you. See you again.